My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
Scientists discover most planety, Planet X, in the solar system.
Holy mackerel. Take a look for yourself.
Yeah, sort of spooky-like.
This is the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for.
That proves it.
What? Where? Why, what? Come on, man, out with it. We haven't got all day to waste. Oh, just...
There's something out there.
I don't know if you know this. Thor News is for winners, and that's why you're here. So stick around. Hit the button, baby. Stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents
Party dance time.
I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, and I'm doing it well. How well am I doing it in the 3 years that I've been covering Planet X here at Thor News? Well, let the scientific evidence stand for itself. Months ago, I took Trujillo and Shepard's multi-planet the 13 hypotheses, and using opacity in my editing program, I put together all of the orbits to show where this mythical Planet 9 might be. That's right, I even beat Mike Brown by a couple months. Ain't nobody put up an orbital like that before me. You hear what I'm saying? So you can pish-posh, hem and haw, but I bring you science, and my science is good. Though admittedly, sometimes my jokes are bad. I know if you heard the news, you probably have. Mike Brown, the Pluto-killer, and the #1 planet finder on the planet Earth, including Sedna and Eris, two of my favorites. Working with Trujillo and Shepard's evidence, found what he believes evidence of a 9th planet in our solar system. The Mike Brown, who's kind of cocky, might be the single man who demoted Pluto and then discovered Planet 9. I can deal with cocky as long as you're pretty good. Anywho, let us start reading stuff. This is just an introductory course. I wanted to soak in a lot of information before I came out with my response. And this is just a preview to what I'm going to bring to you, because this story is huge. So, this is almost my new common icing. All right. I will do it justice. And me and Sage are going to do a white paper series on it. It's not this one. It'll have a lot less jokes. Why is this mofo so hard to find? For months, and even the last few years, when any team of astronomers, and there have been several, there's been the 13, there's been GNA, there's been Aquaman, all of those teams thought they had either found a Planet X type object, and remember, Planet X is not Nibiru, Tiamat, Tachi, Herculubus, it just means an unfound planet within our solar system. And then you can devolve into semantics, defining planets, but we're not going to do that. We play with semantics, but we do not use them as shackles here. I'll present you the evidence. You make your own conclusions, man. Or woman. This would be a real 9th planet, says Brown, the Richard and Barbara Rosenberg Professor of Planetary Astronomy. There have been only 2 true planets discovered since ancient times. And this would be a 3rd, like Enderwigan, the 3rd. It's a pretty substantial chunk of our solar system that's still out there to be found, which is pretty exciting. See, the subject is so diverse. One of the diversity subjects is the Oort cloud, or the empire of the sun. How far does our sun's gravitational force extend? And what is its correlation with other stars and planets within the star field, meaning all the stars around us? Because I don't think in terms of this is binary. I think in terms of we live in a star field and they all move together. The road to the theoretical discovery was not straightforward. In 2014, a former postdoc of Brown's, Chad Trujillo, and his colleague Scott Shepard published a paper noting that 13 of the most distant objects in the Kuiper Belt are similar with respect to an obscure orbital feature. And oh, let me tell you what, we love obscure orbital features here at Thor News. Because if the Roche limit doesn't tear you apart, we are going to make sweet, sweet planetary resonance together, baby. Brown thought the planet solution was unlikely, but his interest was piqued. So Brown was like, nah, I think Trujillo's wrong. He could not have found it without me. Hey, he's a self-professed bad guy, so I'm just playing with the character he chose. It's like World of Warcraft. I chose a paladin, he chose a warlock, which is weird. Fairly quickly, Badigan and Brown realized that the 6th most distant objects from Trujillo and Shepard's original collection all follow elliptical orbits that point in the same direction in physical space. Let me say that again. Fairly quickly, Badigan and Brown realized that the 6 most distant objects from Trujillo and Shepard's original collection all follow elliptical orbits that point in the same direction in physical space. That is particularly surprising, because the outermost points of their orbits move around the solar system, and they travel at different rates. It's almost like having 6 hands on a clock, all moving at different rates. And when you happen to look up, they're all in exactly the same place, says Brown. The odds of having that happen are something like 1 in 100, he says. But on top of that, the orbits of the 6 objects are also tilted in the same way. Doom, 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 doom. Pointing about 30 degrees downward in the same direction relative to the plane of the 8 known planets. The probability of that happening is about 0.007, or 007%. Let's get this show on the road. Ace Rivers here. Basically, it shouldn't happen randomly. Make no mistake, this is no accident. We've got a divine, celestial, solar system puzzle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Are you adventurous enough to take this astronomy adventure? All right. Hey, it's pretty fun. So we thought something else must be shaping these orbits. And that something else is Planet 9 from outer space. I'm gonna delete that.
What is a planet?
Ladies and gentlemen, this Planet X story is crazier than I am.